So we're gonna see this video and to see what TLA, the lead attorney, is talking about here when Ruslan defends Hafeeze. Okay, so let's hop straight into the video.
I'm not gonna say I'm not biased. Like I'm very like that's my guy. Like I know Hafeeze personally, right? I think
Oh,
Hafeeze.
okay. Let's start. Okay.
Hey, but he knows Hafeeze personally. That's interesting. Yo, Ruslan is like he know a lot of people, bro. He get in contact with a lot of people. Yeah. Surprisingly,
I didn't know that. I didn't. Okay, so we're fine. Okay.
Like I've been on his pod a couple times. He's been on.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what?
I didn't know this.
He been on Hafeeze's podcast. I never seen him.
Never seen him. So
I guess because I know Hafeeze personally, I also know how well read Hafeeze is.
When's the last time you talked to Hafeeze?
I've texted Hafeeze right before he was going on to do that debate.
Listen, you've talked to me, right? I've been pretty nice.
You've been pretty nice. I would love to try to get you guys in the room together.
Just tell him to...
I was trying to reach out to you and I couldn't find a way to get a hold of you. That's why I cut my night short and came down and it's almost midnight here. I know it's really late in Georgia. So no. I would love to do my best to get you guys together. But yeah, so again, from my experiences, Hafeeze is very well read. He reads a lot. He's educated. He's been around this space for a while before it was really booming. So I just have never seen it as someone that is trying to practice the Dunning-Kruger effect with regards to men, because he's been on the same thing for a decade. He's been consistent about wanting to empower men. And maybe a decade ago, I would have been like, yeah, like what is a 20-year-old trying to tell men about? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing at 20? But I think at 31, 32, he's built a successful business. He has.
Let's stop for a second. You say he's been doing this for 10 years?
He's been doing men's improvement stuff for 10 years, yes.
So at 21 years old, he was doing men's improvement?
I think he was blogging at that time. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he was blogging at that time. Yeah.
Are you even a man at 21? But he's doing.
I mean, that's a
whole
nother
Wow. See, no, that's that BS that people try to pull on some because he started young. That's the same thing someone would say about an 18 or 16-year-old who becomes a millionaire from trading. Or what does he know?
Man. It's that. See, sorry. But that's the thing that people do a lot, and even in the cultures, many of the cultures, you're too young. It's like they use the too young thing as to not validate what it is that you're doing. Like they use that to
discredit you.
Yeah. It's used. I seen it used a lot as a discredit to anything that you're trying to do. Oh, you're too young to make an invention, or too young to be a star in a movie, too young to, it's that stigma, too young. But why is it happening then?
Yeah. So, I don't know why he's trying to discredit him when he started out so young. People talk about, the red pill this, red pill that, or the knowledge that I dropped help save the lives of people. That's why I do this. What if Hafeeze saved lives at the age of 21? What if what he did changed the trajectory of some people's lives at the age of 21? What does the age matter? If you have knowledge and understanding, you have knowledge and understanding. You have truth, and you understand how that truth works in the real life. So it's like, what the heck?
You allowed to go to war at 18. Were you a man then or not?
Oh, you know what he would say? At the age of 21, you can go ahead and have sex with girls, but you can't talk about how men can improve at 21?
See, if you just think about some of the things that they say is good and say is not good, when it comes to ages, it don't fit. No. It's not consistent. Like if you could be a man at 18 to go to war or to be in the army, what's that? If you could die. Like, why is this allowed and this not allowed?
Right.
If you're allowed to do like the highest, craziest thing, that's considered pretty wild. If you could be in a life or death situation and be accepted at 18, why is everything else crazy? Or why is everything else not acceptable? Why can't you get married at 18? Why can't you if you want to have some drinks? What about that? Why can't own a business, house, boom, boom? Like if I could sign up to get popped by a missile, blown up by a missile, why can't I sign up to get it home? Nothing should be limited after that, bro.
Right. Like, what if men's improvement is telling men to go read a lot of books? What if that's what men improvement is? So I can't do it because I'm 21. You see?
Yeah, it's just that thing that they like to use when they want to discredit and not accept
The efforts of people.
the efforts. Yeah, whatever you're trying to do, it's that game of because you're young, you can't get it yet. But then it's like, okay, then when do I get it? And if I'm not getting it, it's not gonna be a flip of
No.
flip of a switch when you turn a certain age and then you
No.
just get knowledge. You gotta progress there, right?
Right.
So if
Right.
you're not starting then, it's not going to just happen when you get there. You
Exactly.
gotta be
Exactly.
developing. You know what I mean? And you could have
Exactly.
been developing up to 18, and 18 you could have been at a milestone that is pretty valuable to give to others. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's really not that complicated on why it could be acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Guys,
That's a whole nother can of worms.
and it
But
hasn't stopped. I mean,
he
it's like
hasn't
now it's
stopped.
on the marriage, and he's been married a year.
Yeah, I would agree. And again, I don't see Hafeeze giving marriage advice. I would agree someone that's newlywed shouldn't be giving marriage advice. I do think it's fair for someone that's newlywed to help train men how to be prepared to be a mate. So I think they're two different things. I believe he's doing more of the latter than the former. But if you're hearing something different, then that's something that maybe we could unpack, or people can point me to specific times where he said, I'm trying to give marriage advice, right? But I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. But hey, man, I think this is why conversations and talking to older men such as yourself, I think are fruitful. I think it's beneficial. And I don't think my ego is not too bruised to be like, yeah, man, like lead attorney was right on prenups, changed my mind on prenups. Wow, I walked away, I learned something. I don't have access like this. Most people don't have access like this. And I think when you broke it down for me, I agreed. And so I don't know if Hafeeze would be like unreasonable or unwilling to concede points. He's always been extremely humble and teachable in our interactions. That again, that's my perception though, and I'm biased. Full discretion.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you telling us that you're biased, but I agree with you. He seems like a reasonable guy. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, reasonable. I don't know, but he certainly seems like a nice guy.
So tell me what your biggest beef with Hafeeze is, because I know you agree on some things with him, but what is it? Because I don't quite understand. I understand the first time around why there was all the
Wow.
PRs. I understand. Well, why now do you still kind of have this hostile? Is it just as simple as like you feel like he's speaking to married men and he shouldn't? Is that kind of
it's emptiness. Ruslan is empty. Everything he says it's empty. You can listen to that. You can listen to an hour of that damn this video right here, and what is he really saying that's beneficial to men? He's saying, oh, well, I just want to help men, in their relationships. I want to help men in their marriages. I want to help men become, good fathers and good husbands. I want to help men and empower men and teach. Like, what value is it to say that without actually saying the specific thing?
Hold on a second.
And if you
I don't know what this guy's problem is though. His channel has over 7 years of doing podcasts with authors, writers, bloggers, like well-known people. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what he's talking about. That interview, that specific podcast with Valuetainment City or something. Like, I always get their name wrong. That was a debate. That wasn't for Hafeeze to come and teach people, right? Am I wrong here?
Yeah, no, that was more like topical the debate type of with just pearly things.
That was a very, very specific podcast that they did. So I don't know what his problem. I don't know if he's seen any of his other content. With what is it, Mary Jo Rapini or something like that. Hafeeze loves that lady, but like
Mary Jo Rapini.
Rapini, yeah. I don't know, man. Don't quote me on names. I'm bad with names, but I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea. It just seems like he doesn't like him.
Yeah, possibly. I haven't watched enough of TLA stuff, so I have no idea how this guy really is when it comes to certain.
I'm talking about from what he's saying right now, because I don't really watch his stuff either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying it from
Yeah, I
what he's
mean,
saying now.
yeah, it could come off that way for sure. I haven't watched enough of this stuff to know like how this guy might get down. Cause we, yeah, that's pretty much it
Okay.
on that one.
You listen to the first thing that when you listen to the debate
Mm-hmm.
that he had with just Pearly Things, the initial one,
Mm-hmm.
it was so disappointing. Like it was just complete word salad.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't, to my recollection, he didn't say one thing that was beneficial to men that Pearl had not stated before. You know, he would ask Pearl a question, like,
Mm-hmm.
what's your idea on this?
Mm-hmm.
And then Pearl would give the idea. And he'd say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's my idea too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's okay, well, what do you think about this? And Pearl would say, oh, I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
There was no originality. There was no, you're saying that he's so well read. You cannot point to two places in that whole 3-hour interview where it's reflective of him being well read. In fact, that first interview that he did would contradict what you're saying about him being well read. Now, can you be well read and just not be able to communicate what you are reading? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then why are you supposedly teaching men anything if you are unable to communicate?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, again, that first time I agree. I think he was flustered. I think he was unexpected.
And again, I would tell this attorney guy, hey, go watch some of their roommates' content and then come back and say that he hasn't taught anyone anything.
The attorney coming for you.
For me,
/ us.
I'm just saying, aren't I just stating facts? All I'm saying is go watch their channel and then say that he did. I'm not saying lead attorney sucks, he's stupid. No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying what he's saying right now is invalidated by all the content the roommates have done in the past. That's all. So he's just speaking on one or two things. And I will say, Hafeeze did act pretty weird on the just Pearly Things. I've said that before. I'm going to say it again. He I don't know what he was
talking about when he went on our show. He said,
debate with her.
Well, he was like, "Oh, you say what the content?" So, let's.
I'm giving you content. That's what you said you wanted.
That line was killing me, man. He said, "You say what the fire content?" So we're doing it. He talks fast.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. That's Hafeeze, man. Shouts out to Hafeeze.
Yeah.
I don't know I'm doing a shout out, but he's doing this standard for men business. So y'all go check it out with his suits. He's gonna come up with a fly suit. I would say the suits are pretty nice fitted. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna lie on that.